big thing that I want to start out with is just talk a little bit about your DJ skills at weddings and what would you be known for?
I think my ability to read a room,
Mm,
to I think that is probably my strongest DJ skill, is being able to look at the room, pay attention, see what the guests are responding to, right when I get them. If I'm doing the cocktail hour, I'm paying attention. I'm playing a curated playlist that I know that is going to incorporate different genres. So
mm,
I look at heads bopping, I look at feet, because that's important to me. And then when I get to dinner, reading that room and then amping up the energy as I move from a slow, quiet, still good music, still music that people know, until we get to dessert when I've really start to play fun music, sing along music, more not necessarily dancing music, but sing along music. So then I know people are ready, right? So when we get to the dance floor and I start going, is that I'm going to be nonstop for that first hour of just I want to push the guests as far as I can take them before they need a rest, right? And then because by the time I get there, I know whether it's country, whether it's pop, if it's a young crowd, and I'm playing more of the R&B, hip hop, um, at the beginning, or if it's an older crowd, I'm playing 50s and 60s, I'm playing 70s, I'm playing 80s. That's one of the skills I'm really good at. So that in starting the night.
love that. I like what you talk about in regards to the lead up to the dance floor. I think so often dinner music is looked at as background music. And I've never looked at it as that. And I think your philosophy towards that, amping up guests towards that, that is the way to do it. Like you get to dessert and then you just pick it up a notch, right? I always say
Mhm.
weddings are about moments. And if a DJ is successfully capturing each moment, understanding what they're looking for, and you're reading the crowd and bringing guests on that journey, you've done your job properly, you know?
Right. And
I
I
love
mean,
that.
that's what our couples, that's what they want out of us. They just don't they want a party, yes, they want people dancing, but they want us to know which times during the night that we need to step in and step up, right? And
Yeah.
if you're a DJ coming in to do an event, it's not just about when we open the dance floor, man. Like that, I think that's one of the biggest issues we miss,
Mm.
and the difference between taking care of your couple and just being there for whatever because you just hired us.
Getting back to the fun dance floor part of things, what would you say is the key to getting a packed dance floor and keeping that rolling through the night?
So the way that I have come to believe a night should be, so just imagine a carousel that's constantly going, right? So that carousel, people come on, people get off. And that's the way your night should be. So as you go through the genres of music and trying to reach everybody in the room, there's going to be people that, you know what, you're playing Shania Twain, they're all going to get on the dance floor. We switch it up, maybe play Usher. Hey, maybe the older people don't like that, they're getting off. But there's still people that maybe didn't like Shania, they're getting on the carousel. So if you think about it, that's the way you want to keep on going all night long. I mean, that has no end, really. And for me, I like to do sets of three, because three is the maximum number I feel, and that my experience is that that's as hard as you can go for one genre of music before people get tired. I mean, people get tired and they want to drink, they want to sit down, they want to talk to somebody they haven't talked to yet because they were sitting at a different table. So if you go in that short three and keep that carousel spinning, I mean, that works out, and that's in my experience.
Especially if they're bangers.
Oh, huge, man, huge. And then
If
crossover
you're if you're
songs, right?
going right, if you're going full on, if you're dancing full out for three big anthems, wedding
Right.
anthems, you should be feeling it,
Sweaty.
you know. So I like that. The carousel. Yeah,
It
you want a
is. It's
bunch
the
of sweaty
carousel.
guests, right?
Yeah, man.
And as we've seen at many weddings, the shirts
Oh
start
boy.
coming off for the
Oh
guys.
yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So what's your philosophy in terms of engaging the different ages and playing music from different decades, that kind of a thing. What is
Oh,
your
very good.
approach to
Oh, very
that?
good. So basically, you want to start out with the older generations. I would say that's the way you start. That's the way I always start. So immediately, so there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of ways of thinking about what does my first song as soon as I open that dance floor. A lot of people go, you know what? I want to get right to it. For me, what I like to do when everybody's dressed up, they came with their couple, the alcohol's not fully there yet. I like to play a slow song because you know what? People like to dance with their partners too. So I like when I play a slow song, that one song, a classic, everybody's on the floor. Now we're ready. And then I start going through the decades. So I'll start with the oldest decade, play something fun like Twist Again or Twist and Shout or something from the older like 50s and 60s if that's what I have in the room. Now I wouldn't play that if it's just a young wedding. So, but I like to start there and then I progress through the decades. So I'll go into the 70s, maybe some ABBA, right? Maybe Staying Alive. And then I'll progress to the 80s and then I'll hit the crossover. So like Uptown Funk. That's a huge song for crossovers because the old people love it and the young people love it. So and then we'll go from there as I
Yeah.
build it up through the decades.
Yeah. I always say Uptown Funk is like a modern day I Got a
Oh,
Feeling, right? It kind of replaced I Got a Feeling in that it tailors to
absolutely.
everyone, you
Right.
know?